Hello, good morning everyone. Good afternoon and evening, depending on wherever you're watching. This is a presentation from Masters Empowering Platform Organization by Christina Bishmo and my co-presenter Emmanuel Mamel on business analysis. We're going to be taking you through business analysis, the different tools, models, and strategic applications. As a young entrepreneur who wants to start up a business or something, there's some analysis you have to first be going through before you start up a business. So me and my co-presenter are going to take you through the different business analysis that you can undergo as a young entrepreneur who wants to start up something like a business. Before starting up a business, what you have to first consider the demand and supply. So this is our presentation, and here are some of the presentation analysis that we're going to be taking you through. Here are some of the presentation objectives. Like, you have to first define the business analysis and its importance. Like, if you want to start up a business, how is it going to benefit the people in the community? How is it going to benefit you yourself? Its importance to you and the community. You have to understand the core models and tools. That's the pistol and SWOT. I'm going to be taking you through it in a different slide. Learn how business analysis supports different decision making. The decision making I'm going to take, how is it going to help you? You have to consider all. Then exploring business analysis at both the organizational level for entrepreneurs or startups. We shall also look at like, as a young entrepreneur, what can you do? They have different levels. There are those at organizational level and the different levels. Then I'm going to take you through what a business analysis is. If you want to start a business, what are the different analyses? Like, what is that? What is that business analysis that you have to do? What is it meaning? So a business analysis, in short, is just the practice of identifying business needs and determining solution for business problems. You have to first identify that business. You cannot analyze a business that you have not identified. You have to first identify a business, its needs, and then you determine the solutions to a business problem. In case there are problems you are going to encounter during the business, you have to also identify those business problems. And some of this includes identifying a problem. As I stated it earlier, you have to first identify a problem and the opportunities. Secondly, you also have to get recommending solutions. That's the process, product, or strategy for your business. Then supporting decision making and change. In case of there's any change that you want to do, you also have to first say it, then you do it. You have to, like, if there's anything, you can shift from it. Then I'm also going to be taking you through the different types of business analysis. Like, what are those types of what things that you have to first do? You have to first analyze that structured thing. You have to first do to come up with something. And these are the different types of business analysis that I'm going to be taking you through. I'm going to be taking you through the type and the description. Like, the first type we have is strategic. Then its description is long-term planning and market position. Like, you cannot just wake up one morning as a young entrepreneur to say, today I'm going to start selling tomatoes. No, you can't start selling tomatoes in time. It has to be something that you have to first plan for a very long time. Then you get a position. Where am I going to position this business of mine? Like, the location, market position. This is now where you are going to put it. And the place where I'm going to put it. Are those people going to benefit from it? Then another type is tactical. This is now to do with the mid-term planning and resource allocation. Here, I've now reached from where you started. First it was a long term back, you started planning. Then you are now in the middle of your planning. Here now you have to plan and you start resource allocating. Like if I'm going to do it in this particular market, I'm going to start allocating my resources on how to do it. Then operational. This is now my day-to-day process improvement. Like if I start now a business, it's on ground, I'm selling the tomatoes, what are the improvements I'm getting? Like is the demand and supply balancing? If the demand is high, am I able to produce, to supply that tomatoes to cater for all the people who need it in town? Or is the demand low? Is it that people are not buying it, yet I'm supplying in excess? This is now how we see how the business is progressing on daily activities. Then you think to do, another type is to do with the financial. This is now budgeting, forecasting, and finance modeling. This business I'm going to start. First flashback, do I have enough capital to start it? And you have to first budget and see how it's going to benefit. Is it going to bring you profits or losses? You have to first budget and see what you have at hand before starting. This is also an analysis you have to do with your finances, your income, what you have. Like a business cannot run smoothly without any income. To start a business, you at least need to have something little. Then the systems, that's to do with the IT and data and architecture analysis. This architecture analysis to do with the building, how you want your shop to look like in case if you want to have a shop, how are you going to design the building? This IT to store data on the different daily improvements of your activities. Are you making sure that you are keeping records of everything that's happening? And one very important thing in business is keeping data. You have to store data. You have to know how the business is running in a week. At least you should do an analysis of how the business has been running. Then I'm also going to take you through, after these different types of business, I'm going to be taking you through the key business analysis tools and models. What are those key things? What are those key tools and models that I have to first analyze before starting a business? That's what I'm going also to take you through, the different key business analysis tools and models. Here we have the PSTIL. As I told you on that, I'm going to be explaining it. This is to stand with the political, economical, social, technological, and environmental, legal. This is to do with the PSTIL. This is why I'm going to take you through it in deep so that you understand. There I have a table to make you understand what really this stands. I have said political. So what does political stand? Economical, how does this affect the business? I'm going to be taking you through it. The next slide. And SWOT. This is to stand for our strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. What are those strengths of the business? What are the weaknesses, the opportunities, the threats? Definitely when starting a business, you have to look at this, the strengths and weaknesses of the business and the threats. When you're entering a market, there's definitely going to be high demand, or people are many competitors. You also have to look at this. Then the Porter's 5 forces. This is to do with the industry competitiveness. How is the competition in markets? How many people are supplying and how many people are demanding for what you are supplied? This is to do now with the competition. Then the business model canvas. This is to do with the visualized business model nowadays. You can see through this IT, this technology that have come on, people take videos of them, record themselves advertising their different goods online, and this has promoted. I've seen very many successful businesses going on when the market, like people come up and online. I record if I'm selling clothes, I tell people, I put on it, I advertise it. This is the of vision. Yeah, they're seeing what I'm doing, I'm marketing, and they're seeing what I'm marketing. It's online, and definitely there are people who order, people from different countries. You may get customers from different countries that will also order from you. The value chain analysis. This is to examine the internal processes. Yeah, I've started in this market. I'm selling my things in this market. What are the internal things? What am I going to inside that market? What am I going to get? I have to first examine. Also, me personally, if I'm to start this business, what are the things that I'm going to face in that market I'm going to be in? You also have to consider what the value chain analysis. And then I'm going to also talk about root cause analysis. You identify different root causes, issues that will come up when you are doing your business. Then, after identifying all these different root issues, then I'm going to take you through the pastel analysis. As I said earlier on, I'm going to be taking you in a different slide where I'm going to talk about it in full and make us all understand. Yeah, as I told you, it's political and how does this stand for. So this is now into the detail about this. Here, I'm going to take you like to know political, it's a factor. Then what does that political do in a business? Like political here, that's the government stability and trade laws. How stable is the government in where I'm going to do a business? How stable is it? The trade laws. Are you able? Am I able to forego all the trade laws? How is it? On the political, the trade laws. How is it? Is it favorable with the business you're going to start? Is it too much? There's too much taxation for a business you're going to start. This has to come into your mind. You have to first look at the factor, which is the political, then to see how it goes with the hand in hand with the business that you're going to start. Then you look at the economic. That's to do with the fluctuation in market and exchange rates. How is the market? How is exchange rates to different countries? Assuming you want to do importing and exporting of goods, is it going to be favorable? If you want to import drugs, like from China or wherever other countries you want to do from, how is it going to affect you? And different fluctuation in markets. Today you may get the rate is different. I sell at this rate, but tomorrow it has gone high. That means it's already fluctuating in market. There's different exchange rates on different days. How are you going to come up with this? All this has to come into your mind. It's economic. How am I going to deal with it? The different exchange rates. How are you going to deal with it? Then you come to that social and this is to do with the demographic and education levels. If I want to start a pharmacy or a clinic, do I have that license? Do I have all those? Can I be able to treat those people? My educational background, how is it? Is it related to the business I want to start? And the people around me, how are they going to benefit from this business I'm doing? Yes, they will benefit from me selling drugs that I'll give them the drugs. They will get drugs to treat them, but do I know how to give? Like if someone comes, test me for this, do I have that capability to do that? Did I learn about it to treat them? You also have to, before you start a business, you have to first look at your capabilities, needs before starting. You have to first analyze yourself as a person, where your educational level before starting up something. I can't be a doctor, can't start up a clinic or an hospital when you are not a doctor to inject. Like you may not have the different license, you may not have a license to do that, which may not align with the government policies, and they may end up shutting up your business. The technological, another factor is technological. The different innovations and automation that has come into this world today. The people are coming up with different ideas every day. Am I, as the young entrepreneur, will I be able to cope with the different ideas that are coming up every day? What am I going to do? The different innovations that are coming in. Am I able to adjust? There are things like if you are doing, let's assume if you're doing business of clothes, if you want to start selling up clothes, there's time that this is no longer a trending market. You bring up something and its time is gone, it's no longer trends. How are you going to cope? You have to look at that factor, the technology, how things, there are things that come and trend goes. New ideas come in, new innovations come in. How are you going to cope with it, with the different ideas? You go to the environmental, that's another factor. The business I'm going to start, is it favorable in the environment I'm going to do? Is it going to be sustainable? Will the climate favor a business that I want to do? Let's assume now I want to start a business of selling ice cream or making juice, but the place is very cold. Am I going to be getting market for that juice or ice cream? I want to start in that very cold place. So you look at the environment, the climate changes. You have to adjust. If it's in a hot place, at least there the juice business can move. And cold water, since it's very cold, many people will be coming in for it. But if it's in a cold weather, maybe making hot drinks like tea, that one there it can work. So you have to first look at the environment. Then finally, the legal implement laws and IP rights. As I was telling you earlier on to do with that, because most places you can't open a hospital or a clinic if you are not a doctor. So will the legal laws allow you to operate a hospital when you don't have the rights or you don't have the license to carry out that business of starting up or selling drugs or small drug store? So you also look at the implement laws and IP rights of the different business that you want to carry out. Then I'll also be taking you through the SWOT analysis. That's to do with the both internal and external views. This is also going to be in a format where I'm going to use a table to show you the strength and weaknesses. So this is to do with strength and weaknesses. I have a strong brand. I have a strong brand. That's a very good strength. I have a good brand. I want to start this business. It can be moving. It will move on well. But here is now the weakness. I have poor infrastructure. The building where I want to start this business, where I'm going to keep those things is poor. Assuming I want to start tomatoes, and the demand is there in market. There's high demand for it, people will be buying, but where to store it is not there. I have a roof which is linking or direct to sun, so when it rains heavily and there's flood inside, definitely tomatoes are not friendly to what? To water and high temperatures. Definitely to make them to rot. Then here also comes another strength is I have the opportunity. Yes, the opportunity is there. People will be buying from me. But there will be threat. There will also be threat like, is the government policy allowing me to carry out this business that I have? The opportunity is there, but there is also a threat that is to do maybe with laws not allowing me, or if I want to do import and export from different countries, maybe the laws from those different countries at the borders will be a threat to me to start. Then another strength is growing market. People are there, tomatoes, definitely people use tomatoes, cook, drugs, for different drugstores, people fall sick every day and they need treatment. That's already a growing market. But there will also be there's also another weakness that new competitors are going to come in. Definitely, when people see this business is moving, they will also come in. You have to expect that there's someone who is also going to start this business. So how am I going to cope with this new competitors that is coming to my business? How will I do it? This is now to see that the quality, if you have good quality compared to the new competitors, definitely you will still have the growing market, your business will still be moving on well. Unlike if the new competitors come in with good quality, the price is kind of affordable compared to my price, definitely that will be a very big weakness to me, and it will be a barrier to my business. Like if the competitor is doing more than me, then definitely it's a problem to me. That is a great weakness to my business. As I said earlier on, I have a support center who is by the names Emmanuel Mame, is going to take you through the different organizational level business analysis. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much for these golden opportunities that my co-presenter, Ms. Christine, has given me to come and continue analyzing our business analysis this fresh morning. Before I go further, by the name Emmanuel Angelo Mame. Emmanuel Angelo Mame is presenting today to you. Is having a bachelor degree in philosophy, and I have also serious experience working with the NGOs, more especially with the affected communities. And I am the executive director for MEPO organization, as well as the head of the program, that is Masters in Employment Platform Organization. And I'm very glad to come and communicate to you some of the things that I have done practically with the community, more especially within the MEPO organizations, because MEPO organizations has really brought most of the things up. And today we have an opportunity to come and share with you on this line. And as we already told you from my my presenter just left here, we are presenting on the business analysis. And I know business analysis nowadays, based on the challenges that the world is facing, business is starting to be more competitive and something that can support many young people. As an organization, I'm coming to present to you how does the organization should analyze the business setup. I'm coming to talk within the context of the organizations, because most of the organizations, all what they do, the products they run, the proposals they write, these are all businesses that they are bringing to the community. And most of them even go further by training people on the entrepreneurship activities that will support the community. As I've talked to you, let me take analyzing the business at the level of the organizations. As an organization, how do you analyze business? As an organization, first of all, the first point that the organization looks at when it starts a business is to improve competitiveness. You know, as a company or as an organization, they always look at competing with the others, because you may not be there as one organization, there will be many there. Then for you to progress, to excel in your activities, you need to bring competition among yourself. That means you are going to compete with your ideas, you are going to compete with your actions, you are going to compete with your implementation. What touches people most? You will find that if you do well, if you do something that people will really love it, you find that you have many beneficiaries. People will love your services within the community. As an organization, you cannot just go and start from nowhere. You need to be competitive with your organizations who are operating in the same areas. Also, you need to align operations with the strategies. As an organization, when you are running your business or your activities, first of all, you need to align with your strategies, the strategic plans that you have written as an organization. These are things that will guide you. These are things that will show you the directives on how to run certain programs, on how to run your activities. And as you follow your strategies and it aligns with your activities, you will find that you are focused. You go from the right directions. You offer what the people want as an organization. This is very important for you to align your operations with your strategies, objectives that you have as an organization. As you do this as an organization, you also reduce risks and uncertainties. All the organizations, all the companies always focus on achieving the results. There's nobody who wants to start something, then you aim at losing it. That means as an organization, they always look at reducing the risks within the community to reduce certain problems. That's why you need to go to align your operation with your strategies that will reduce the risk that the certain community are facing. In days you will find that as an organization, you become perfect in doing what you are giving to the community. As an organization, also you need to plan expansions and restructuring your programs. Any organization that is planning an activities, we are looking at planning expansion. Like if you train 10 people here today about the entrepreneurship activities, then your aim is to go ahead to train more 10. That means when you train more than 20 people within a certain areas, you already impacted those people. You have given them knowledge that will sustain them for the rest of their life. And that's all the organizations, whatever they do, they look at aiming ahead, they aiming higher, so that their level of trainings will capture many people, will capture people's idea, and that will show them the direction. As you do this as an organization, you don't do alone. This strategy always lies and all it involves is stakeholders analysis. As an organization, first of all, you need to analyze, you need to go sit down with the stakeholders of certain areas where you are operating. These are the people who direct you. These are the people who will get a lot of analysis from them, how their area is running. These are the people actually will guide you, will protect your ideas, will give you the right direction to move. And that's why you don't always things alone as an organization. You need to go to the stakeholders, get the permission from them, know their challenges, and they are the one even who knows exactly what's happening within their communities. You will hear a vital information from them. I will always advise you when you are committing your business assessment, you need to include the stakeholders, as well as also risk assessment. As an organization, you need to do risk assessment. You cannot conduct any survey without you doing the assessment. Assessment supports the organizations to assess the challenges of certain community, to know what's happening exactly, which business can they bring, which activities can they bring to the people that will support them. And the risk assessment, you take a risk, by the way. You take a risk going to the community. And this risk will give you a better result on how to plan your activities. Market research. As well as an organization that you want to support people, first of all, you make a market research. So that when you come to train people on certain things, you train them on the needs of their interest. What the community wants is what you must make a market research to know. If you are training people on entrepreneurship, people who sell tomato, people who sell bread, you must know that area, of course, if you train these people, then they know what you have trained them for. You will automatically produce the products that people will be available there for you for them to buy. This is very important in analyzing the organization's structure in terms of business analysis. As it is, as an organization, it is very vital for you to make this research before you start any activities within a certain communities. So this will help you. Now let me come to talk about focused business analysis. This an entrepreneurship. How can you focus on business analysis? How can you analyze your business? First of all, the purpose of focusing on business analysis is that to evaluate visibility before starting any business. The purpose of this entrepreneurship focused business analysis is that you need to evaluate visibility before starting any business. Before you start anything, you need to sit down so that you analyze. You see what are there for you. As this, there are more very good questions that you must ask yourself. As an organization, as a person who wants to start your business, you need to ask yourself about certain questions, and these questions will guide you to make a proper decisions in your business startup. First of all, ask yourself, what problem am I solving? As a person who wants to start a business, now you have done all your analysis, you need to ask this question, what problem am I solving within that community? As an organization, if you want to come to the community, you ask yourself as an organization, as you are entering this community, exactly what problem are you going to the community to solve? When you understand this logic, this context, these answers of these questions, automatically you will know what you are going to do there. You will solve the problem. You will understand the problem. You have to understand the problem. You ask yourself again, who are my customers? If you decide to go and open bakery within a certain community, who are your customers? In that area, those people in that area, do they love eating bread? Do they love the products that you want to bring to their community? When you analyze these kind of things automatically, it will give you a vacuum whereby you will make a decisive decision, an informed decision that you will understand the interest of those people. That will make you to bring for them a nice product, their product that fits their culture, their heart desire. Also, you ask these questions: what resource do I have or need? As you already identified that the problem, you have identified your customers. You also try to look into your pockets, look at yourself. What are the resources that I am going to start this business with? So that these questions will guide you to provide, to arrange for your resources and avail yourself with the resources. When you start the business, you don't get stuck somewhere. You automatically have your resources, then immediately you go and do what? You go and start your business without any interference from any factors. Then after asking these questions, you also ask yourself, what is the competition like? You also ask yourself, as you have already discovered a certain problem and you have found a solution to this, as you are taking this business there, what are the possible challenges that may happen with you, that may distract your business? When you already identify certain barriers that will get you on the way, that will give you burdens within running your business automatically. You will be ready, you prepare yourself to be ready to face any challenges, and this will not make your business to go down. It will make you strong because you already identified the problem that you are going to solve. This will allow you to make a constructive, entrepreneurship focused business analysis. You also need to ask what risks are involved as you are going to take this initiative upon yourself. You will find a lot of risks that you need to identify before you start any step in setting up the business. So these 5 questions that any entrepreneurs that today you want to start a business, you must write them down. And if you don't want to remember them as quick as possible, you can write them down. Let them be in your handbook. You move with them together. As you are starting your business, you will always look into them. So these are guiding questions that will guide you, that will support you to understand your business startup. Because without you understanding these 5 questions, it will really be difficult for you to make a decision that will support your startup business. As per that, I also need you to look at the startup analysis models. There are 4 models that any entrepreneurs that you must look at them. And these are, we call them the 4 P's. The 4 P's for entrepreneurs are very important element that you must look at them as starting a business. Even organizations, you need to look at these 4 P's. That defines for us what? The product, the place, the price, and also the promotions. These 4 P's stands to support you in your business startup that will really give you a direct way forward when you start your business. Let's look at number 1, product. Ask yourself, what is the product you are going to give to the people? Is there a demand? The product that you have already chosen to go to the people with it. Is there a demand for that product? Is there a demand? Do people want what you want to present for them, or people don't want it? Because this will help you. This will shape your business. This will sell your business. For example, I have decided to take a factory for sugar in a certain area, and these people, you find that these people are not taking sugar. For them, they don't like take sugar. They take their natural honey for their what? For their tea. So now for you just go, you take a sugar there, and the people will not like what you have taken there. That will force you to make your business to fall. This is why you need to ask this question first. Why you have made your decisions? Is the demand of what you have chosen to go there? Also choose the place. Where is the market? Is the infrastructure competitive? There are some people who want to do a business. They don't look at these things. So long they hear from their friends, my friend, if you take these things there, they will buy from you. You make your analysis first. This analysis will support you to understand the situation of that area. If the infrastructure, for example, the road, if you are taking the goods to a certain area whereby there is conflict within the road, people will rob your goods on the way and they will not reach. But if you make the market analysis, you will find that certain places you are taking there, the road is not good, people are not there, then there is no population, so it will always help you make a good decision with the products that you are taking to people. Price. What are pricing strategies? Is it affordable? There are certain people, they always put prices without consultations. You need to go to the market. You need to ask the price. You need to compare prices. So that when you come with your own products, you also don't need to put products that will be above all, the other prices. Because the customers, always they come, they ask here, they go and ask there, they go and ask there. More especially a common man who comes from the village. He thinks that he wants to get the best price. So what he will do, he will ask all the shops to get their price. So what if you when you find your price that it is at high level, the man will not the man may not come to you and get the business or buy your product. This will give you your business to be low. But when you make the analysis on the price within the market, you also come with your products. You put the price minimally. There are people there are some traders that I've seen in some of the places that they really put prices off head. Because he went to Kampala, he went to Tanzania, he went to Dubai to bring some goods there. He's only expensive trader within. He decided to put his own prices, not even looking at the law of the market, not looking at the law. That guides the business. So most of the traders, if you operate off head, these are challenges that you will meet. But you need to come to analyze the market. You need to come to analyze, ask friends, ask those who have been selling there, so that you don't sell things to people that you get to serve them as if you are selling them again. So these are most of the things our traders are doing, and they don't know that even they are doing mistakes. Our traders need to look into these things, so that when they are putting their prices on the things, they don't put prices as if they are killing their own customers. Because without the customers, you cannot be there as a trader. Without the people, you cannot be there. It is these people that you are bringing your service to them. It is these people you are bringing your product to them. But if you overcharge them, if you overcharge their humility, it will not be good for you as a young entrepreneur. This will make you to progress in your business entrepreneurship. Also, you need to look at the promotion, the last P. Promotion. How will people hear about your products? Most of the people, this is where now the technology comes in. If you have somebody who has smartphones, who has a laptop, who has access to social media, this is the time that you need to broadcast your products. You need to put on the social media, your status, tell your friends, you send different groups, so that people will know that in certain areas you are doing what you are having this product. People will come to you. Then as you put also your advertisement, you put your contacts there. Other people, they post things on social media. They will say, I have this ABCD product, but they don't put that product. So if the customers call you, automatically they will understand that, yeah, this guy is here, they will get you. Other people put fake numbers there. This is not good. It's not good. It doesn't sell your products very well. You put your addresses there, so that when people will read this on social media, automatically they will call you direct. Others will call you. They say where you are. They will search for your location. These are the visibility that you need to understand, and you need to put them in your business. So this is very important for an entrepreneur, so that people will push your business as soon as possible when you post them. So this you need to get you, and also there are people that they may not know all these kind of social medias. You need to move your products. Organize some boys around. Give them your products. Give them the price. Let them move within the community, so that people will understand that there's a certain products in this side and with this good amount. So when you do this, automatically it will help you to make a competitive business entrepreneurs to start up your business within certain communities. Also, let us look at the benefits of the business analysis. As we all focus today, we are talking about the business analysis. When you take upon this on your shoulder and I say you want to do business analysis, how is it going to benefit you? How will you benefit from this business analysis? First of all, a man, a woman, a young man who wants to start his business, when you implement this analysis procedures, first of all, the first thing that you will achieve is you will have informed decision making. You will have an informed decision, that a decision that you take that will last for many years, because you have done a lot of research, you have done a lot of consultations, you have really come out with a pure result that you are going to implement. These are the benefits of analysis, of business analysis. It also provides you with the resources of optimization. It gives you exactly resources that you are going to use to start your business. Other people say that I want to start a business, you get the 5,000 SSP, then you go market, you want to buy this, but you go there and find things are different from what you are bringing from the market. This will give you again to go back again and begin thinking what you do, begin borrowing your money. And then, but because you did not do what? The business analysis. Or business analysis supports you, helps you to give you a resource optimization. It improved a customer satisfaction. When you make a business analysis, when you decide on the product that you are going to take to people will be satisfied with your product. People will be satisfied with your services. People will not be complaining about your services. People will be, even more customers will be running to your services because you give them the best of your knowledge. You give them the best of your analysis because you have done a good analysis and it has given you a proper directions, a proper way. So these are the benefits that when you do business analysis, it will give you. It also reduces the project failure rate. When you do analysis as an organization, you want to run a project. When you do analysis before you start up something, it's going to reduce the project failure. It's going to reduce your failure, because people who just wake up at morning, they sleep at night, you dream something, you just jump, you go in the market, you begin to start doing something. These are the failures. They will fail because they don't know the challenges within the market. They don't know, ask even their colleagues, how did they start this kind of initiatives? How did they start this? So these are the people they will get a failure. But somebody, a young man, a young woman who does their analysis, business analysis, you find these people that have a less or minimum failure within their business struggle. So because they have done this, and it is giving them a perfect directions. Also, the benefit it also enables you. It will also enable innovations and adaptations. Someone who does business analysis, it gives you a clear innovation. You have a lot of common sense. You have a lot of tactics. You have a lot of directions. That you have a lot of plan Bs, and then because you are using your knowledge, you are using your cognitive to have these innovations. You learn a lot from colleagues. You learn a lot from people. It gives you a renewed innovations that will guide you within your business startup within a certain area. As we have seen now, business, the benefits of analysis. Let's look at challenges, because there is everything. Everything goes with challenges. There's nobody who can say there's no challenge in this world. Even whatever you do, when you're looking as a challenge. So let's look at the challenges of business analysis. The first challenge of business analysis here is that incomplete or poor quality data. Most of the young entrepreneurs today, they face challenges of incomplete or poor quality data, because first of all, they don't have proper network, they don't have proper phone, they don't know how even to, others don't know how to write, they don't know how to keep a record. Some people can write something, forget even in the kitchen, others will throw on the way. So when we have incomplete quality data, it gives us, it is a challenge, because how will you remember your ideas that you have put down? And the best practice is always that when you think something at night, wake up, get your book, write them down. Write something down so that people, you will always remember them. When you remember about the thing, you just rush to your notebook, you remember what you wrote down. And this one, most of the challenges that we Africans are facing today in our daily activities. But with the business startup, you need to have your data. That is always a quality one, that a summarized one, that will also give you insight on certain things that you want to do. Another challenge also we face is that resistance to change. There are people who are really redundant to change. They don't want to change. So because this has happened to me, that means it is the end of the world. So my life has ended there. It is better I leave this nonsense. And why am I suffering like this? My brother, my sisters, in any business setup, you will face a lot of challenges, and these challenges will come there. But what you need to do is perseverance. You need to persevere. You need to be somebody who really have a heart of perseverance. And this is the challenges entrepreneurs will also face. So as a young entrepreneurs, you need to look at these challenges and you need to address them. Limited access to tools as expertise. We have limited access to tools or expertise. Most of the young entrepreneurs today in our countries, in our regions, they face a lot of challenges, more especially when it comes to access to tools. Let me say, when we talk about online courses, when we talk about online things, data is expensive, phones are expensive, people from the village, they cannot access information, others are not educated, people are not reading. These are all challenges, and the expertise who can give us this knowledge, they're not easily found. You find them, they are all in the cities, and it is very difficult for them to travel to the village to teach people there because of the road blocks, because of the insecurity. These are all things that makes entrepreneurs, more especially in our country, to go down because they don't have access to these tools that will guide us to have a proper knowledge, to have a proper analysis of our business startup. We have also complex or unable environments. For example, post-conflict zones. You find that a country is really facing a lot of challenges in terms of war, and business with the war, they don't go, because when the war broke up, first of all, things of the market will get destroyed. This is where the armed people or the armed groups will go and do those things to support them. In certain areas, business cannot support, and most of the young entrepreneurs today fail because of these factors within our African countries. So, for example, if you are buying something from the city, you want to take it to the village, it's not reach, then they will abduct all those things down from you on the way. They will steal them all. Someone will come just from the bush, they will take all of them from you. Then how will you be able to progress in doing a business startup? This is most of the challenges that our young entrepreneurs always faces them when they try to start up their business. So, as a young entrepreneurs, these are challenges that we need to look at them, and we need to see how they affect our daily running. In conclusion, I would like to give you to the conclusion that as we look at the business analysis, the general conclusion that we have drawn is that the business analysis is essential for both established organizations and new entrepreneurs. So business analysis, I can say, is a comparison to somebody who wants to start up with. Before you start up with a business, you need to have analysis. Even in your personal life, even whatever you want to do in life, you need to analyze first. Even if somebody comes to you with a problem in your home, you analyze the situation of that person. Analyze that person. Analysis should be our tools in our daily life. So that's why it is essential in our life. It is essential in the life of a business. It is essential in the life of organizations, and it is essential in the life of entrepreneurs. When you analyze certain things, when you analyze situation, you cannot just enter into a problem, because you have a clear mind of the situation that comes to you, because you have analyzed them. It enables strategies, efficiency, and growth. When we have analysis, it gives us strategies, it gives us efficiency, it gives us growth. We grow in our thinking capacity. We grow in our in what we do. We grow in our plans. So these are the conclusion that I'm bringing to you to the presentations to do what to give you as we are concluding. Also, before I conclude, you also need to look at the tools like sword, like pistols. These are all the tools that will guide you to have a competitive business analysis whenever you want to start your business. Once again, I'm calling upon you to really take this challenge that you have given you, most especially young people today in Africa. Business is what will make you to reach. Just not focus on things to do with the offices. This thing of office, you run up and down, you don't get whatever. But when you establish your business, it will support you. You will find that you will make money within a short period of time. Once again, I'm Emmanuel Angelo Mame, who have given you the conclusion to our presentations, which was started by my colleagues, Mrs. Christine, who gave the introduction part, and I'm here concluding. Once again, I welcome you. For any question, any clarity, and any interactions, you are most welcome. If you want to find us, go to our blog, MEPO.com. You will find us from there. You can even go to our Twitter, online, we are everywhere. So we are calling upon you to support MEPO in whatever they do. These are young organizations who are coming up with a young energy, a proper energy to give you a way to educate others to come up with brilliant ideas, so that our community doesn't rely only on the government salaries or on the government activities, but within our powers that God has given us. And then, thank you so much. We'll meet you next time. We are MEPO, strong and free.